Hi, my name is Shaylin Blixt and I'm 18 years old. I'm from Helena, Montana, and I've lived here for pretty much all of my life. Montana has been a great place to grow up. I have one brother who is 3 years younger than me, and he's quite the character. He's one of those people who thinks that he's hilarious, but the funniest part of his jokes is actually how funny he thinks that they are, and how much he laughs in the middle of telling them. My dad is a pilot in the Army National Guard, and he flies C-12 airplanes. Being an Army kid has definitely shaped who I am today, from following him around the country from school to school of his, to going through deployments and not being able to see him for a whole year. It has shown me how important family is, and it has made my family a priority in my life. My mom owns a restaurant here in town, and she's had it for about 10 years. She's one of the hardest working people that I know, and I'm proud to say that through working with her and helping out in the restaurant since I was young, it has given me a strong work ethic also. I graduated a year early from high school, and I just finished my first year of college a couple of months ago. I go to school at Carroll College, which is located here in Helena, and there I am studying biology and psychology for pre-med. The story of how I decided to be a doctor is a pretty long one and actually covers most of my medical history. The doctors call me a medical mystery. Pretty much anything that can go wrong does go wrong. But I'll start from where all these medical issues started. When I was in 4th grade, I was diagnosed with ITP, which is a rare blood disorder. With ITP, I literally could not do anything. If I tripped and fell or even got a paper cut, then there was a possibility that I would bleed to death. I know, it was pretty gruesome. The doctors told us it was something that would either last for 6 months or for the rest of my life. But the only way to tell was to wait it out and see. But luckily, I got the short-term version, and I was able to resume with my life 6 months later and return to doing all of the normal things that 4th graders do. I was healthy for quite a while after that, besides a few broken bones due to my clumsiness. But when I was a freshman in high school, I had a severe allergic reaction to a migraine medication, which I swear has the longest half-life ever. I was in the hospital for 5 days, and I ran the hospital out of EpiPens. I mean, who knew that was even possible? Despite doubts at times, I made it through that and managed to leave the hospital the day that my dad got home from Afghanistan, which was really exciting. Then I was healthy for pretty much the rest of high school. But last summer was super eventful. It was supposed to be a fun, carefree summer with no worries. Unfortunately, it didn't quite turn out that way. I went to get my wisdom teeth out a couple of weeks into the summer. You know, a simple procedure. Well, not quite. They sent me home after the teeth were extracted, and I got really sick. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with me for weeks. My mouth got so swollen that I couldn't fit a fork through it. I could barely eat a thing, and it was some of the worst pain that I've ever felt. After about 3 weeks later, they sent me to the hospital for the 3rd time, and they finally found that I had a hidden abscess, and it was pushing my airways closed. They said that I had to have surgery immediately to drain it. Well, with my luck, the first surgery didn't work, so I had to go under again. Thankfully, the second surgery worked, and shortly after that, I was free to go home. Later that summer, after multiple allergic reactions and trips to the hospital, we found out that I have an autoimmune disorder where, basically, I'm allergic to myself. The doctors were able to get it under control with these monthly shots, and now, although I still have it, I'm pretty much as good as new. I've always said that I have the worst luck, but really, I have to be pretty lucky to have made it through all of that. Everything happens for a reason, and without experiencing all of that, I would never have decided to become a doctor. But now I know that someday I'll be able to help others, like my doctors have helped me.